Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sketchcast. I'm Crypticink and this is episode 19. I hope that you're all doing well and making some awesome work this month. For today's video, I'm painting this very brightly dressed, brightly colored girl covered in vines and butterflies and flowers and all these bright, pretty colors. This painting was more of a random thought that I had to rework after I messed up the first piece. I was in the mood to paint something pretty and to continue using this watercolor set that I dug out not too long ago. I've been focusing on classwork all last month and this month too, so painting this was a good time to do something for myself for a couple of hours. And I had a lot of fun working on it. I was recently able to finish my schoolwork ahead of time for this week, so for the whole day I just had the blinds to my apartment open. I had the sun shining through my apartment. And I just had a nice relaxed time drawing in the kitchen while my boyfriend watched Netflix in the living room and the dogs took naps in the sun. It was relaxing, it was nice. I've been sketching here and there, but it's mostly been for school, like my life drawing class and my 2D animation class. Whenever it's been a while where I haven't been able to do any art for myself, it's awesome when I get to come back to it and just enjoy making art for what it is. So, if you don't know already, the paints I'm using today are my Koi Watercolor Set. It's this small travel set of watercolors that I've had for a while, but am just now starting to use more often. I think I mentioned before that I used to use watercolors all the time, but I had stopped for a while when I got my first set of Copic Markers. And I mean, the markers were just so new and exciting, and I just had to learn how to use them. Yeah, so today I thought, why not use both? So towards the end, I'm going to be using some Copic markers as well to give the painting a kind of finishing touch that I'm happy with. Also, if you're interested in the rest of the materials I've used, you can find them in the description box below. So to be honest, I was not happy with this piece the first time I tried drawing it. I'll go ahead and throw up a picture here real quick to show you what I'm talking about. The first time I tried painting this picture, it was rushed and not very well thought out. I didn't think about what kinds of colors I wanted to use at all, and I barely knew what I'd wanted to draw at all. I don't always make a little thumbnail before I draw something bigger, especially if it's just for fun, but most of the time I at least have a clear idea of what I'm trying to do. And the first time around, I was just kind of throwing ideas together and trying to make it work. I was also plowing through with a sketch that I wasn't very happy with at all and didn't really take the time to fix. So when I had started painting the first time around, it was all kinds of messy and muddy, and I just wasn't happy with it. But I will say that I'm happy that I did that piece first, because it gave me another chance to pick out every little thing I didn't like, and while I was working on it, it made me think about how I could do it better the second time around. And I'm happy that instead of going forward with the painting that I knew I wouldn't like, I started over completely before it was too late and came out with something I kinda did like. So I'm glad I gave it another go. It was a learning experience and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I think my favorite part is her blue hair and the big spiky vines. So yeah, I haven't really spent this much time on a drawing in a little while. Most of the time I've been drawing for school and that's it. I did, however, get a new sketchbook recently, and I will make a point to sketch a little more so I can get back into using a sketchbook and not loose paper all the time. Most of what I've been working on, or rather what has taken the most time, are the assignments we get for 2D animation. This week's assignment actually wasn't that bad. It was just a walk cycle, and that was only about 13 frames long. But a couple weeks ago we did this tail ball animation, which, if you don't already know, it's basically a practice for students to work on like squash and stretch and overlapping animation and all these things that we learned the first couple weeks in animation class. Basically we had to turn a ball with a tail into a living thing, and it was an awesome assignment and I'd probably do it again. I liked it. But to be fair, the assignment requirement was a minimum of 4 or 6 seconds long. I don't really remember exactly, but we only had to make an animation that was at least a few seconds long. And my my overzealous self spent the week working on drawing around 200 pages for an animation that was more around 20 seconds long, which I didn't think would be as much work as it was. And of course I was completely wrong, but it was still fun, as crazy as that sounds. I feel like I learned a lot, and I feel like I've become a lot more confident and faster at doing simple animations. Not the greatest, but I feel like I've gotten better at that. I've improved than when I was starting off. But I have such a bad habit for taking on more work than I should sometimes, and I don't think I did much art for myself at all the week that I was working on that animation, other than a few pages in my sketchbook. So it was hard. It was a lot of time spent on one project, but I don't think I regret it. Still, school has been going well. The workload is a little more than it was last quarter, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. At the beginning of every quarter, my classes change, and so I have to change my schedule entirely to fit in things like homework, obviously, freelance stuff, and all the other things I want to get done, like making art and working out and being healthy and, being a good girlfriend that doesn't draw 24 hours a day when I should probably be, giving my animals and my boyfriend attention sometimes and all that. It's not too bad. It just takes some time getting used to every time my classes change. So I'm about halfway through another quarter, and I finally have a schedule that is working, and I'm gonna have to change it in a couple weeks, but we'll get there when we get there. So yeah, that's my little school update for you guys. It's looking like I'm almost through with this painting. I am really glad to be back on YouTube and bringing another video for you all to watch and hopefully enjoy. If you like this piece, I will be making prints of it in my shop online soon, but the original will be up for sale tonight, and the link to my art shop will also be included in the description below if you haven't interested in purchasing it for yourself. Thanks so much for watching this week's video, you guys. Stay tuned for more, and if you're interested in checking out my shop, I will leave the links to that and the other places you can follow my work in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. You guys have a great time drawing. All right, bye.